Hello, my name is Hajar El Hassani, and I'm a tenured assistant professor at ENSEA in France, working on wireless communication and specifically on optimizing the performance of energy efficient wireless systems. Today, I will present our paper entitled Multi-beam beamforming in RIS-aided MIMO, subject to reradiation mass constraints, optimization, and machine learning design. The motivation behind this work comes from reconfigurable intelligent surfaces, or RAS, which are expected to play an important role in future 6G networks. An RAS is a surface which is made of many programmable elements that can control how radio signals are reflected. And by adjusting those elements, the RAS can help direct signals towards users and improve communication performance. Most existing research works focus on maximizing the signal power received by intended users. However, when an RAS reflects a signal, it does not only affect the desired directions, but it also radiates power in other directions. So if this radiated energy is not properly controlled, it may create interference or exceed acceptable power levels in certain directions. So this is where reradiation mask constraints come into play. And a reradiation mask specifies the maximum amount of energy that can be reradiated in selected directions. So in other words, it allows us to control unwanted radiation while maintaining good communication performance. So the main objective of our work was therefore to answer the following question: how can we design a multi-beam beamforming strategies that serve multiple users efficiently while respecting reradiation mass constraints? To address this problem, we jointly optimized the transmit beamforming at the base station and the RAS configuration. And our framework takes into account physical system constraints, including transmit power limits, reradiation mask requirements, and the fact that the RAS elements can only take a limited number of configuration values. The first contribution of this work is a model-based optimization framework for the joint design of the transmitter and the RAS while satisfying reradiation mass constraints. The second is the use of machine learning-based approach to solve the same problem, and this reduces the computation time. The third one is a heuristic solution for which we used to handle the case of practical RAS implementations with discrete phase shifts. So here, in this case, we have each RAS element can only select from a finite set of possible states. So the results show that the proposed methods can effectively form multiple beams towards the intended users while satisfying the reradiation mass constraints. They also show that the machine learning approach provides a good reduction in terms of the execution time. I believe this work is important because it addresses a practical aspect of RAS assisted communications, which is often overlooked. So rather than focusing only on communication performance, we also control the reradiation or the reradiated energy pattern, and we also consider practical hardware constraints. So this makes the proposed framework more relevant for future RAS deployments and the future 6G systems. Finally, I would like to explain why I believe this paper deserves this award. So first, the paper, as mentioned before, addresses an important problem that has received limited attention in RAS-assisted systems, which is the control of irradiated energy in unwanted directions. Second is the combination of three complementary approaches: the model-based optimization, the machine learning based method, and the heuristic approaches to design the practical RIS phase shifts, taking into account the hardware constraints. And the third is that this work goes beyond the ideal assumptions, but by considering radiation mass constraints and also the discrete RIS configurations. So this brings the design closer to realistic implementation. This work is also personally very meaningful to me because it was carried out during the PhD work of my first doctoral student, who is Dr. Shumin Wang, whom I had the privilege to co-supervise with my previous postdoc supervisor, Professor Marco Di Renzo. As the only female author on this paper, I am proud to contribute to a field where women remain underrepresented, and I hope my work encourages more women to pursue research careers in wireless communications and future network technologies, like other women in our field inspired mine. Thank you very much.